Welcome back, everybody. I'm your host, Kelly Sparks, aka Redbeard. So we're out here gonna do some wrist curls with one of my fat handles, but we're gonna talk about something that I've been experimenting with for a little while now. And while we're gonna do that, we're gonna enjoy some of this uh, Niluvagulin. Niluvagulin. See, Niluvagulin, 61, and from Oscar. So, Liquid Ministry. But anyway, put that right there so you guys can see it. Maybe it'll knock off some glare. But first things first. So, I really have been trying to increase somehow increase intensity and I guess motivation. I don't know. So what I've been doing is going through bouts of abstinence, I guess. Not really abstaining from sex per se, because I do have. I got a girl or two that I'll spend time with. A lady, not a girl, a lady or two I'll spend time with from time to time. But as far as daily and weekly, like just trying not to jerk off as much. And what I've noticed is a few days after the last time, I will notice not necessarily increased focus, because honestly, like it can be counterproductive when you don't masturbate and sexual tension increases, then your thoughts are always going to go to wanting to fuck something. But when it comes to like training and working out, that abstinence, and I'm not saying you got to do it for a month. We don't have to do no fap November or anything like that. But if you reduce the amount of times you do it per week, and give yourself a few days to kind of recharge, I feel like you'll notice an increase in your intensity in the gym, and you're just overall, you almost become like an animal. You really do, because it's just hard to explain. Now, with that said, might put a asterisk next to my name, because currently on TRT, low dose, don't tell my doctor, nothing ridiculous, but and I get my blood work done often, so, and I check my vitals daily, so there's nothing is out of the ordinary. I think my blood pressure was 114/68 this morning, so wasn't bad, or it was still on the lower end. But I do believe if you can abstain for the most part, at least 4 or 5 days a week, give yourself a break. Hold on to your man juice. There's a movie. Arlie Ermy was in it. The drill instructor from Apocalypse Now. Apocalypse Now? No, that was, shit. I forgot the name of the movie. It's like the greatest Marine movie ever made, and I forgot the name of it. I need to turn in my Marine card. Anyway, he's talking to his athletes, high school athletes, And he says, women, or said something like, women are the devil. Only after you for one thing, your man juice. You can't, see, if you can't do something, oh, I wish I knew the whole saying. He's like, use this. Anyway, but we're out here, any extra opportunity we get, we try to do some extra wrist work. It's never a bad thing. It's all accumulative. This is not a really heavy weight because I'm trying to hit like 20 reps. I'm not counting. I'm just kind of going by feel. So that's around 20. But I do believe there is something behind the whole no fap deal. I don't think you need to go crazy with it, personally. So, I mean, sometimes you just can't help it. You just get overwhelmed with stuff. It's like, man, I just gotta clean the pipes out. Be alright. But I definitely feel like it has increased some intensity in my life, and I'm gonna keep experimenting with it. Now I'm gonna refrain from self-love, or try to. But I mean, if the opportunity presents itself where I can have fun with a nice lady, I'm definitely going to take that chance. Because in life, you never waste a good boner. The older I get, the more true that becomes. Like, you're only allowed so many boners in life. And don't waste it on yourself. Give it to somebody else. I mean, with their consent. But lovingly. Lovingly share your boner with someone else. I mean, man, woman, whatever. I prefer women. I mean, I don't know how. I mean, I've been in both the holes. Well, all of a woman's holes. But I much prefer the front door over the back door. And I had a girl ask me one time, well, what does it feel like? I'm like, well, let's see. And I said, let me see your finger. And it's like, this is kind of what a butthole feels like. And I just did this. And I was like, that's a butthole. What about a vagina? And then I grabbed it like this. I was like, that's a vagina. It's the biggest difference. I don't know how we got off on buttholes. Anyway, this feels like a Bearded Idiots podcast. So, do yourself a favor, try it out. I think there's something to it. And there's plenty of freaking articles online. You can do a Google search, and it's going to pull up 100 articles telling you one way or the other. And I feel like if you've been really sedentary in life, and you don't have any drive or motivation, and you find yourself jerking off every day, you probably need to cut back. Just saying. Find something else to consume your time and fill your hands. I mean, do something else. Freaking read a book. Start a hobby. Do something. Quit jerking off all the time. Anyway, I think that's all I got on this one. It was just a funny topic that I thought about. I might need to put a support beam up here on my roof. I think that's all I got. I gotta save some energy for tonight. Anyway, thanks for watching. Ooh, starving. So, moral of the story is, drink some whiskey. Quit jerking off so much. Share it with your friends and family. Not the jerking off, though. The whiskey. Be safe. Don't drink and drive. Take care, and we'll see you next time. Cheers. Thanks, Oscar.